in this demo, I'm going to turn on consul as the server on this top Raspberry Pi here, and I'm going to turn on two services on the bottom Raspberry Pis and register them with consul. The agents will be running on the two bottom ones, and we'll be doing the health checks against the service running on those. So let's start with first turning on the server, and I'm using Ansible to do this. So that's calling the consul agent. I have some configuration set up for it. And I'm now running a server on this IP address, 192.168.0.24. So let's have a look at the console UI. There it is. I only have one service running right now, which is consul, on a single Raspberry Pi. Let's go and turn on the API on these two bottom, Raspberry Pis here. And I have the command for that handy. Back to Ansible. And this is going to run this lights.py on the two bottom Raspberry Pis. Let's look at the service that exposes. It's telling me that's running on IP address 22 and 23. If I curl /v1.0/random on those two IP addresses, it will flash a random light sequence at me like that. That's our API. And there's also a health check API, which is a get to /v1.0/health, so /v1.0/health, which just blinks that rightmost LED. Now we can set up the consul agent and have that service registered with consul. Have that command ready to go. Again, I'm using Ansible to go turn on the consul executable for me. That's come back. Watch those two rightmost LEDs down here. Bang, there we go. We just saw a health check come through for that bottom one. And I think we'll see, there goes the health check for the second one. And what do we see back over in the console web UI? We have registered our API and our node checks are passing. So if I were now to do a query, here we go. If I was going to do a query against the DNS API, I can get .api.service.dc1.console. I live directly under Sydney's flight path. You just probably heard a plane going overhead. It came back and said, yep, that service is available on IP address 22 and 23, what we're also seeing over here. So what if the worst was to happen? What if I SSH into 192.168.0.22 and I kill Python 3? So sudo pkill Python 3. The health checks are going to fail, and we'll see an update here in the web UI. There we go. So one of our checks just failed on this port 22 of the API. And it's telling me, yep, connection refused on port 9090. Surf is up and available. The consul agent is still running on there. What if I do that dig command again? Get off the Raspberry Pi and dig again. Hey, look at what DNS is telling me now. It's telling me the service is only available on IP address 23. So that's a wrap for a very quick introduction to just the console and services running on my three Raspberry Pis here.